I was staring at my phone when she sent one word, just one. Wow. And in that exact moment, I realized something very important. This wasn't about weather. This wasn't about logistics. This wasn't even about the concert anymore. This was about entitlement. Before we get into this story, hit subscribe if you love moments where people try to pressure someone into giving them everything and end up with nothing. Drop a like if you believe respect is earned, not demanded. And stick around because the ending to this one is chef's kiss. All right, let's rewind. Back in February, my cousin and I did something exciting. We bought tickets to a highly desirable, once-in-a-lifetime concert. The kind of concert people brag about attending for years, the kind where tickets disappear in minutes. We paid $200 each, $400 total, not pocket change. But worth every penny. I looked forward to this concert all year. It became one of those mental bright spots, the thing you remind yourself of on hard days. Just get through this week, concert's coming. Then, a few weeks ago, my cousin called me. She couldn't go anymore. I was disappointed for her, but she surprised me with what she said next. She told me I could keep her ticket. She didn't want her money back. She said any friend I invited could go for free. That's the kind of generosity you don't forget, so I invited a friend. Let's call her Emily. Emily was excited, genuinely excited. She thanked me multiple times for the free ticket. Everything felt normal, friendly, easy, until 4 days before the concert. She texted me about the weather, snow, heavy wind chills near zero. I checked the weather apps, I checked the local news forecast, and yeah, it looked bad, real bad. Now, here's something important. I do not drive in snow. I also live in an area where public transportation sometimes means standing outside for 20 minutes or more waiting for a train. In sub-zero wind chills, that's not brave. That's reckless, and Uber, round trip would have been ridiculously expensive. So I did what a reasonable adult does. I communicated. I told Emily that if the weather was truly bad, I might not be able to go. But if that happened, I'd simply transfer the tickets to her, and she could still enjoy the concert. I thought that was fair, more than fair, but Emily didn't hear reassurance. She heard opportunity. She started pressing me, asking me to decide now, telling me she didn't want to be scrambling at the last minute. I explained calmly that weather here changes fast. Snow forecasts aren't reliable. I needed to see how much snow actually fell, what the roads looked like, how brutal the wind was. She pushed again. She said the right thing to do would be to let her know days ahead of time so she could find someone else to go with. And that's when something in my stomach dropped. Because she already lived right next to the venue. Bad weather wouldn't affect her at all. And suddenly she wasn't talking about us going together anymore. She was talking about replacing me. In my head, the dots connected fast. She has a regular concert buddy, someone who also lives near her. I could practically hear the gears turning in what I can only describe as her beady little brain. She didn't want clarity. She wanted control. She wanted me to hand over $400 worth of tickets before a single snowflake hit the ground. I paused, really paused. Then I made a decision. I told her I decided that since the weather was likely bad, I was going to list the tickets for resale and try to get my money back. That's when she replied, "Wow." Just that. No concern, no understanding. Just shocked that I wasn't rolling over. So I responded, "Oh, did you expect me to transfer $400 worth of tickets to you before the snow even hits the ground? Or do you want to buy them yourself?" Silence, no reply. And in that silence, everything became crystal clear. Even if the tickets didn't sell, I wasn't giving them to her, not anymore. The entitlement had ruined it. The next morning, she texted again. She offered $200 for both tickets. Let that sink in. She wanted 2 tickets worth $400 for half price. Because my cousin had said the second ticket was free, not free for her, free as a gift from me. I replied, "Wow, that's so nice of you." A real friend would have offered to let me stay over in case of bad weather, so I wouldn't miss a once-in-a-lifetime concert. That's what my cousin would have done. She also lives nearby. And there it was. The confirmation. She wasn't thinking about me at all. She was planning to take someone else from the very beginning. No response again. Then I thought about it even more. If she was willing to pay $200, why not offer to cover my Uber? It would have been about $150 round trip. Or offer a hotel room nearby. Or literally anything that involved both of us enjoying the concert. But no, every option she chose ended with me missing out and her winning. So I stuck to my decision. I listed the tickets, and guess what? They sold, for full price, both of them. $400 back in my pocket. I immediately sent my cousin her $200 because that's what decent people do. And as I sat there, confirmation email open, money secured, I felt something unexpected, not anger. Not spite, relief, because this wasn't revenge driven by cruelty. It was justice driven by boundaries. She tried to pressure me. She tried to rush me. She tried to guilt me. She tried to benefit at my expense, and instead, she got nothing, no tickets, no concert, no explanation owed, and I learned something important. When people show you they're willing to cut you out the moment it benefits them, believe them. Sometimes the most satisfying revenge isn't dramatic. It's simply refusing to be used. If you enjoyed this story, hit like, subscribe, and tell me in the comments what would you have done in this situation. Would you have sold the tickets too? And if you love stories where entitlement meets reality, you're in the right place.